Welcome to my channel Solve with Shubham, your maths partner for various competitive exams. In this class, we'll be solving few practice questions based on the concept of remainders. If you want to revise your different concepts based on remainders, you can visit my channel Solve with Shubham and go through various classes. So here, let us go through the first question. This has been picked up from CAT 2004. The question goes like, the remainder when 15 power 23 plus 23 power 23 is divided by 19 is, we have been given 4 options. Now, this question can be solved by the concept a power n plus b power n is divisible by a plus b when n is odd. Now 15 power 23 plus 23 power 23, it should be divisible by 15 plus 23, which is 38, because what is n, your power? It is 23, which is odd. Thus, this number or expression is divisible by 38. Now the question is asking us if it is divisible by 19. 38 is a multiple of 19. So this number which is divisible by 38 shall be divisible by 19 as well. So remainder would be 0. Now how this concept has come? It is important to understand these concepts because this would help us in building up our knowledge and database. So this has come from binomial expansion. When you say a power n plus b power n, when n is odd, you can write it as a plus b into a power n minus 1 minus a power n minus 2 into b plus goes on until b power n minus 1. Therefore, 15 power 23 plus 23 power 23 can be written as 15 plus 23 into something else. So 15 plus 23 is 38. Moving ahead to the next question. Question number 2 has been taken from CAT 2005. It goes like, if x is equal to 16 power 3 plus 17 power 3 plus 18 power 3 plus 19 power 3, then x divided by 70 leaves a remainder of, you have been given 4 options. Now, we can very well write x as 16 cube plus 19 cube plus 17 cube plus 18 cube. We are just trying to rearrange the expression. So, 16 cube plus 19 cube and then the other two terms 17 cube plus 18 cube. So, basically we are trying to write it as a cube plus b cube. We know the expansion a cube plus b cube can be written as a plus b into a square minus a into b plus b square. This is what we have done. Now, this can be written as 35 into 16 square minus 16 into 19 plus 19 square plus 35 into 17 square minus 17 into 18 plus 18 square. Now, why have we rearranged in this fashion? Because the divisor was 70. So, we were just trying to get near to 70. 35 is basically your divisor of 70. That is why this rearrangement. So, 35, I have not solved the entire expression. I will tell you why. 35, 16 square would be even. E represents even. Minus even into odd would be even. Plus odd square would be odd. Similarly, the second expression. So, we will get to see 35 into your first expression. Your even plus odd would be odd. Odd minus even would be odd. Therefore, 35 into odd number plus 35 into another odd number. So, 35 is common. We are taking 35 common. Odd plus odd would be even. So, 35 into even. You can represent or you can write an even number as 35 into 2x. Therefore, this number is 70x. So this is important. This concept is very important. 35 into even is 35 into 2x, which is equal to 70x. So your remainder would be 0. So here the answer would be 0. So we have also used the concept of odd and even, which is very simple but a very important concept in solving various number questions. Moving ahead, the next question is find the remainder when 3 power 101 is divided by 77. Now this question we are going to solve by the concept called Euler's theorem. We have read Euler's theorem in one of our previous numbers classes. If you want to visit and revise this concept, you can visit my class based on Euler's theorem. Okay, coming back to the question. 3, which is the numerator base, and your denominator, which is 77, they are co-prime numbers. What are co-prime numbers? Two numbers are said to be co-primes if they do not share any common factor other than 1. So 3 and 77, 3 is a prime number, 77 is a composite number, but they are co-prime numbers because they do not share any other common factor. So let's follow the Euler's theorem. So we'll find out phi of denominator, which is phi of 77, which is number of numbers less than 77 and co-prime to 77. So going by that formula, it is 77 into 1 minus 1 by 7 into 1 minus 1 by 11. Now 77 we had broken as product of prime numbers, 7 into 11, and then we have used the formula. So phi of 77 comes as 60. Going by Euler's theorem, it would state remainder when 3 power 60 is divided by 77 is 1. Now your number given is 3 power 101. How shall we write it? We should write it as 3 power 60 into 3 power 41, which is divided by 77. We very well know 3 power 60 divided by 77 would give us remainder 1. So we need to find out remainder of 3 power 41 divided by 77. Now there are various ways as to how you can find remainder. Here we may not be able to use those ways. So we are just using a manual method to find out the remainder. What shall we do? So we can just try your denominator, the divisor is 77. We can try representing your numerator, which is a number closer to 77. 3 power 4 is 81, which is closer to 77. That is why we have broken the number as 3 power 4 into 10 into 3 power 1, which is 81 power 10 into 3 power 1 divided by 77. So when you divide 81 by 77, you get the remainder 4. Therefore, remainder of 4 power 10 into 3 power 1 divided by 77. So again, the expression 4 power 10, we are trying to break it into small number so that we can find out the remainder when divided by 77. So we have broken it as 4 power 4 into 4 power 4 into 4 power 2 into 3 power 1. So 4 power 4, when you divide by 77, you will get remainder 25. Similarly, 4 power 4, again 25. And then you have number 4 power 2, which is 16 into 3, 48. So when you divide 48 by 77, you get the remainder 48. So now the numerator has become a shorter number. 25 into 25, 625. We have divided 625 by 77. And into 48, you get the remainder as 47. So using Euler's theorem, the intention was to make sure that numerator comes down so that we can divide it much easier. So here the answer is 47. Next question, find the remainder when 32 power 32 power 32 is divided by 9. Now this question is very similar to the previous question. The only thing is when you look at the numerator, it is 32 power 32 power 32. The power is big. Okay, that's the only difference. question also will solve by the concept called Euler's theorem. So again we see 32 and 9 are co-prime numbers. We'll find out phi of 9, which comes at 6. By Euler's theorem, it would be remainder when 32 power 6 is divided by 9 will give you remainder 1. So what are we supposed to do now? Because your power, which is 32 power 6, which is divided by 9 is 1, we should represent your power. What is the power here? It is 32 power 32. You can see very clearly. The power is 32 power 32. So, we will try representing the power in terms of 6. Why 6? Because going by Euler's theorem, we have seen 32 power 6. When you divide by 9, you get the remainder 1. So, how shall we find out? Here the power is big. Power is not small. So you cannot do manual calculation and you can represent in terms of 6. So again, we'll have to follow some other method to find out this. Therefore, what are we trying to do? We have taken the power. This is the power here. 32 power 32. We have divided by 6. 32 is 2 power 5. Therefore, remainder when 2 power 160 is divided by 6. You can see there is a number common between numerator and denominator. We have removed it. We have cancelled, which is common between numerator and denominator. So you will see remainder when 2 power 159 is divided by 3. Now it becomes simple. We'll follow Fermat's little theorem and then we'll find out. 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers. 3 is also a prime number. So remainder when 2 power 2 is divided by 3 would give you 1. So 2 power 159 we have represented in that ways. Here you'll get the remainder 2. Do not forget we had cancelled 2 before. So don't forget we had cancelled 2 before. This I am talking about. So when you have cancelled, you will have to multiply to get the right answer. So you get here 2. You had cancelled 2. So 2 into 2 is equal to 4. So 32 power 32, which is your power, can be written as 6q plus 4 because remainder came as 4. Now remainder 32 to the power 6q into 32 to the power 4 when divided by 9. The first 32 power 6q will give you 1. The second is 32 power 4. Let's do the calculation manually and then find out. So you will see remainder is 4. So here the answer would be 4. This question is very similar to the previous question. The only difference being in the previous question your power was small. Here the power is big. So we have applied Fermat's theorem, Euler's theorem in this question and we have found out the answer. Moving ahead, the next question goes like, what is the remainder when s, which is equal to 1 factorial plus 2 factorial until 20 factorial is divided by 20? You have been given 4 options. Now we have done various questions based on remainders in various our previous classes. You can go through the classes to revise your concept. Coming back to the question, your expression is 1 factorial plus 2 factorial until 20 factorial and we have to divide it by 20. So you can see 1 factorial would be 1, 2 factorial would be 2, 3 factorial will be 3 into 2, 6, 4 factorial will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 and then from 5 factorial onwards you will have 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Similarly, 6 factorial will also have 5 into 4 factorial. So, you see from 5 factorial onwards, every number has 5 into 4, 20. When every number has 20, those numbers would be divisible by 20. Which means only the first 4 numbers, which is 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial and 4 factorial, we need to find the remainder. because rest all numbers would be divisible by 20. So your 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 6 and 4 factorial is 24. So your remainder when 33 is divided by 20 would be 13. Simple question. We should just know what is n factorial and then we can get the answer. So this was the class based on remainders practice class. Here we have used Euler's theorem a lot. Let's say if you do not remember, we can just revise Euler's theorem shortly. It only says you have two numbers, assume m and n, they are co-prime to each other. What do you mean by co-prime numbers? Two numbers are said to be co-prime if they do not share any common factor other than 1. Therefore, their HCF, highest common factor, would be 1. Let's say your number n, you are writing it as x power a into y power b into z power c, where your bases x, y, z are prime numbers. So your phi of n, which is number of numbers less than n and prime to n. What is the formula? N into 1 minus 1 by x into 1 minus 1 by y into 1 minus 1 by z. Make sure the bases x, y, z are prime numbers. So Euler's theorem, going by that, your remainder m to the power phi of n when divided by n would be 1. Let me take a simple example. Let's say the question asks you, remainder 5 power 37 when divided by 63, what is it? So you can see your numerator and denominator, 5 and 63. They are co-primes. They do not share any common factor. So 63, we are just trying to break it into prime numbers, which is 3 square into 7 power 1. Phi of 63, you can go by the formula and find out, it is 36. So remainder when 5 power 36 is divided by 63 is 1. Your question is 5 power 37. So your answer would be 5. We have just revised the Euler's theorem because in this class we have used this concept quite often. Thank you so much. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel Solve with Shubham for further classes. I am Shubham Singh and all the best for your exams and preparation. Thank you.